We all have heard about freedom fighters. The moment we say that word, we immediately get the names of Mahatma Gandhiji, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and many well-known freedom fighters. But do we ever remember those freedom fighters who are not well known or are not mentioned in the history textbook nor are featured in the newspapers and various magazines? There are many freedom fighters whom we don't know, but their contributions are sure worth of great appreciation. Welcome to Uncovering Legacies. Today we will talk about Velu Nachiyar, the unsung warrior who most of you would not have even heard of. Before starting the video, let us know who was Velu Nachiyar. Velu Nachiyar was the queen of Ramanathapuram. She was born to Raja Chellamuthu Vijaya Raghunatha Sethupathi in 1730. She was trained in various forms of art and warfare. She was also well versed in several languages including foreign languages like French and Urdu. She was married to the Prince of Shivagangai who later became the King of Shivagangai and Ramanathapuram. All was going right, but it was the middle of the 18th century and by that time the British had turned into a colonial superpower and had even conquered many parts of India. Their eyes now slowly turned to the peninsular kingdom of Ramanathapuram. The British sent a huge army of East India Company to conquer Ramanathapuram. There was a war between Ramanathapuram and the British, and in that war Ramanathapuram was defeated very badly. The remaining Ramanathapuram soldiers fled to the near jungle. The king of Ramanathapuram was killed by the British company soldiers. Velu Nachiyar too fled with those soldiers as she thought that surrendering to the British is as good as being killed. She was not a coward, but she knew that it was not very smart to wage war with the mighty British army with her few and defeated soldiers. She fled to Dindigul and stayed there for some time, waiting for the right time to strike back. She utilized this time to befriend the ruler of Mysore, Sultan Hyder Ali, and got 400 kg of gold from the Sultan to maintain her army and revolt against the British when they were the weakest, to magnify her chances of winning. She kept building her army, waiting for the right time to strike back for vengeance. Now let us know what was Velu Nachiyar's contribution. Rani Velu Nachiyar's patience finally gave her the fruit. She had a large enough army to win a battle against any normal power, but it was the British, a colonial superpower. The British had more ammunition than the Queen's army, and if they waged war, the ammunition, including large supplies of gunpowder, would cause defeat to the Queen's army. Rani Velu Nachiyar was planning to do something to weaken the British before the war, so that they can get their kingdom and even avenge the king's death. Rani Velu Nachiyar had initially planned a plot, but it was the brave woman Kuyuli who was her commander-in-chief who volunteered to be the main part of the plot. Since the British had a lot of ammunition, they had planned something very serious. Kuyuli put ghee on her whole body, put herself on fire, and marched into the British armory. Though the armory was surrounded by guards, by seeing the brave warrior marching towards them, they were frightened as she was on fire and ran away to save their lives. Kuyuli entered the armory and due to the gunpowder, the whole armory exploded and all the ammunition of the British stored there were destroyed and the brave warrior Kuyuli was no longer. This was the event which helped Velu Nachiyar later. Now let us see how did this event help Rani Velu Nachiyar. As the British were out of most of their ammunition, they were very weak against Rani Velu Nachiyar's army. As she had a huge army and more ammunition than the British lost this time and the kingdom of Ramanathapuram was reoccupied by Rani Velu Nachiyar. Not only the reoccupation of Ramanathapuram, but the other kingdoms became aware that the British were not invincible and were defeatable if they tried their all. Since Ramanathapuram was the first example of a kingdom to reoccupy the lost kingdom from the British, this inspired many other kingdoms to revolt against the unjust laws of the British. Because of this, Rani Velu Nachiyar and her commander-in-chief Kuyuli are known as the first ever revolters in India. Rani Velu Nachiyar and her commander-in-chief have done tremendous deeds. Not easy, but sure remarkable. These sacrifices must be noticed by all. Though Rani Velu Nachiyar is not very well known, after seeing this video, be sure to add Rani Velu Nachiyar and Kuyuli on your list of freedom fighters and say their name with pride as their contribution to the revolt was massive. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to our channel and comment your suggestions, feedback, or even topics for our next video. Thank you.